I wanted to go to a trial because I believe if he pleads, we won't ever get to hear from him what happened. And it's just another, I guess it's selfish of me, but I want to hear it from him of why he did what he did. I want to know, and I know that everyone who is involved in the situation wants to know. It's something that we have lived with for so long, and I think for the American people, they need to hear from him what he was thinking.
All right, folks. Joining us now is Gary Berntsen. He's, of course, a former CIA officer and senior national security advisor for Concerned Veterans for America, author of Jawbreaker, The Attack on Bin Laden and Al Qaeda, a personal account by the CIA's key field commander. Welcome, sir.
Pleasure to be with you this afternoon.
All right, good to talk to you. So let's talk about this. I mean, you hear all kinds of stories that, now his lawyer, Bergdahl's lawyer, is saying that he left the base looking to go to another base to complain about irregularities at this base. I mean, I'm sure that's a good concoction. But what do you think we're going to see when push comes to shove and this process unfolds? Are we going to see a plea? Are we ever going to hear from him in a court and find out what he has to say? Where's it going to go?
Clearly here, I think that we all recognize the fact here that we're going to have to wait for a legal outcome here on this case. But, the administration has a lot vested in this. The administration made the mistake, terrible national security error, of trading 5 hardened terrorists for a young man that has now been, charged with deserting and with, acting, poorly in front of the enemy, essentially a worse charge than desertion as his actions in front of the enemy. I would not be surprised if the White House doesn't look for some political way here to intervene. There are things that can be done. Unfortunately,
such as, Gary, I'm sorry, such as what could they do at this point?
Well, you're witnessing things here now where there's discussions of pardons after the fact, and there's all. Look, the problem here is we all recognize that the heartbreaking part of this is that this young man left the base. It has been described as desertion, and he's been charged for desertion. People looked for him and died and lost their lives.
Yep.
People were injured looking for him. He caused a lot of suffering among members of the military. It is heartbreaking for the losses that those family members took. I'm thrilled that the U.S. military finally has stepped up and made charges, and now he can get a hearing, because everyone in the United States is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Now let's have this day in court.
Well,
let us have this day in court.
If the president would pardon him on the way out, whether he makes it known now or just does it on the way out, what would that say? That would say, I didn't make a mistake. I knew all along who he was. I knew what I was doing. Now it's been proven who he was and what he did, and I'm still going to pardon him.
This has been a political show by the White House because it has a tin ear. It should never have done what it did. It should have never made that trade. It released 5 of the worst killers on the planet for this man. There were other things, and my understanding is that was very little even attempted negotiations. Just they released those 5 guys. That was sort of the Taliban's Mullah Omar's kitchen cabinet, and assuming that the American people would celebrate. Aside from the fact that people on the ground were calling him a deserter, and a lot of other things had been reported within classified channels I can't even discuss. And the military recognized and knew all of this. The administration slow-rolled all of this. But really what we need is the day in court. Let this man have his day in court. That is the fairest thing that we can do. And but the military, they did the right thing here. They charged him.
Absolutely.
And as slow as this process has been, and it's been slow because of the intervention, clearly, of the White House, let this man have his day in court.
All right, Gary, without revealing anything classified, are you saying that there are worse accusations against this man than we have even been told?
Well, like I said, there have been people that have made statements, about. Let me just say this: let's have his day in court, and we're going to find out. We need to bring, all these people need to be brought forward. Right. The prosecutors need to make their statements. They need to show the evidence that exists against him.
All right.
Let the American people see this evidence.
Gary, appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you very much.
All right, folks. By the way, folks, Coming up next, have you seen Project Veritas video of the assistant dean from Cornell? Well, it's coming your way next. Don't go away.